are incredibly difficult to drive. On a dirt track conditions change all the time, cars flipping, you know, close finishes, just high intensity.
What my best version to explain it is the cars are loud, the cars are fast, they're dangerous. One person is in control when you're out on the racetrack. There's 24 of them, and the drivers race as hard as they can for 30 laps straight.
I'm Tony Laporta, and fans, welcome to High Limit Sprint Car Racing.
High Limit's, it's where it's at. It's a top series. I feel like the drivers, the guys that are, you know, on the road are obviously some of the best, and you're racing just as hard for 15th on back as you are for the win. And I mean, maybe even harder back there. So
I'm Justin Peck, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
I think it's going to be tough. I think, you know, you're going to see times when they might do super well, there might be podium or might get a win. Then, you know, a few weeks later, they might not make the show. So that's a challenging part of High Limit, and I think we're all looking forward to the challenge.
But to go out and be a part of the National Series, be a part of the High Limit Series, race all over the country, you know, I love that aspect of it, and I'm just very honored to have the support of everybody back home.
And we're green.
It's cool to still race with these people, and it's going to be cool if, you know, one of us, of course, are going to come away the Rookie of the Year. So it's cool to be the first if that's going to be me.
Super blessed to have the opportunity and looking to put up a fight.
I'm Aaron Reitzel, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
High Limit Sprint Car Racing is high stakes, high rewards. Sprint cars are action-packed automobiles. Things happen fast, things happen out of control. You can be close to the action, it's dirty, it's loud, it rattles your brain, and you're not really sure what you're witnessing, but you know you like it.
I'm Tyler Courtney, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
My name is Chase Randall, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania. It's the next stop on the High Limit Racing Trail here in 2025. It's the home of Grandview Speedway. Race number 13 of 2025 about ready to get kicked off, and race number 2 for the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series as well. This was supposed to be race number 4 of that Roto-Rooter Midweek Series, but we've had a couple of rainouts here and there, and we've had some issues, but look at the weather today. It's looking very, very good. My name is Chase Rodman. I am the announcer for the series. Really appreciate you joining us here in the racetrack or in the grandstands, as well as on FloRacing as well. Here is that weather forecast I was talking about a moment ago. 65 degrees at this point in time, 3-mile-per-hour winds and clear skies. I wish we could see that a little bit more often here with Kubota High Limit Racing, but that has been the struggle, and it sounds like it's also been the struggle here at Grandview for weekly action as well. But today, here on a Tuesday afternoon, things are looking very, very good. Now, here is the order of events as we take a look as to what to look forward to this evening. We'll kick things off, as always, with hot laps and qualifying. We'll have single car qualifying here tonight due to the logistics here at Grandview. So single car qualifying, 2 laps on the clock. The fastest lap will set them up for one of 3 heat races this evening. 8 laps in distance, a dash later on in the program. There'll be 7 laps in distance, a B main for 12 laps, and a $20,000 to win 35-lap feature for the drivers with Kubota High Limit Racing. 30 cars have signed into the pit area here this evening, so a solid car count here at Grandview. And I say a solid car count because, you know, you think of Central Pennsylvania, you think of Lincoln, you think of Port Royal, you think of Williams Grove, you think of Baps, you think of all these racetracks. You don't really think about Grandview all that much as Central PA because there's only 2 races in a 410 sprint car, usually with the wing on top throughout the year. Obviously here with High Limit as well during PA Speed Week. Here is the notable entries for you tonight. TJ Stutz, one of the many drivers making his series debut in 2025 so far. So Stutz is here, Corey Day as well, Ashton Torgerson in the Shark Racing 1A, Chase Dietz, Anthony Macri, Brock Zierfoss, Danny Dietrich, all those drivers in the same grouping as TJ Stutz as they are making their series debut for this season. Lucas Wolf is here as well, Ryan Smith, and of course Christopher Bell driving the Kreitz Racing 69K. He has always loved Grandview, so no surprise to see Bell making an appearance here tonight in Bechtelsville, PA. We'll see how he rolls. He will be the last car to qualify tonight. Here are some of of the track facts. As you can see, we are right here in Bechtelsville, PA. 1963 when this track opened up. 1/3 of a mile in distance. The track record was established back in 2018 on August 23rd by current High Limit Racing full-timer Aaron Reitzel. In 11.243 second lap was Aaron Reitzel, who is the most loved PA driver in Pennsylvania right now. Aaron Reitzel, the track record holder at this point in time at Grandview Speedway. So it looks like we've got a really good crowd making their way into the grandstand area here tonight. I mentioned it at the top of the show that Grandview has had their issues trying to get races in the books with weather affecting a lot of their weekly program. We can say the same, though, here at Kubota High Limit Racing. A lot of rainouts, but tonight, Tony Laporta, things are picture perfect here in Central PA.
Picture perfect, Chase. Anytime Kubota High Limit Racing is on track and the weather is as nice as it is here in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania, picture perfect is exactly the way that I think anybody would describe it. It's our first race with the trip out here to Grandview, competing in the Keystone State. Always intense, always competitive, and this week no different as we lead into the Bob Weichert Memorial Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Apologies. So a big, intense week of racing here in Pennsylvania. No better place to get it kicked off than the Grandview Speedway. Hey, you talk about some of the notable entries, some of the PA Posse members that came out to represent the Keystone State. I talked in the pit area a little while ago with Brent Marks. We didn't talk about it during this interview, but we'll try to get to it throughout the rest of the night. The question is, he's from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, just about an hour due west of where we stand here at the Grandview Speedway. Is he Posse? Is he high roller? I know which way I vote. We talked about what it's going to take to win here tonight and go back-to-back in victories as he got the job done here 1 year ago.
Kubota High Limit Racing, Grandview, Brent Marks, the victor 1 year ago. So, I mean, let's just get right to it. You made it look easy last year, so what do you got to do tonight to make it look easy this year?
Man, I don't know if that was easy last year. I mean, I know we led a majority of the race, but I lost the lead to Brad at one point, and then got it back, and then lost it to Tyler Courtney there the last few laps, and then was able to get that back on the last lap because of a mistake on his part. So it was crazy because Brad lost the lead to me from a mistake. I lost the lead to Tyler because of a mistake, and then I got the lead back and won the race because Tyler made a mistake. So it was just one of those races where it seemed like being the leader was not the place to be. It seemed like everybody kept making mistakes, but worked out for us. But we had a really good night all night, and the same goes for tonight. We just have to have a good night, put ourselves in position. That's just what's most important about these races, is being in position. And we just got to do our job from the moment we unload to all the way to the feature time, and then just cap it off, hopefully with a win again.
Well, you talk about putting yourself in position, and the thing I hear every single night, no matter what sprint car series it is, qualifying is typically the most important part of the night. So tell me what it's like to qualify here at Grandview Speedway.
It's interesting. I mean, it's a small place, but it's really fast. So a lot of speed here. You got to be on your marks, and you know, if anybody knows anything about Grandview, the walls aren't straight here either. So you got to be cautious of that, not to use up too much of the racetrack, because you can catch the wall at a weird angle, and I've been victim of that in the past, and it's not fun. So, but yeah, no, it's just get out there and just obviously have a good car, but hit your line and just run a good lap, and you know, that's what's key to any sprint car race today is running good laps and getting good qualifying laps in, and putting yourself in position for hopefully to make a dash and then get a good draw and then hopefully start up front of the feature. So that's just key to every sprint car race. But maybe it's time for a format change, Tony. What do you think?
Hey, listen, I can't even spell format. What I like about what he just said is he talked about hitting your marks in qualifying. I see what you did there.
No pun intended.
I think there was a pun intended. That's Brent, hit your marks in qualifying. Marks.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you get out on track as well as the rest of this full field. Good luck in going back-to-back here at Grandview Speedway, and we'll talk to you down there.
Thank you.
Great to catch up with Brent Marks. He stood right where I'm standing in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane 1 year ago. He's trying to do the same thing here tonight. Had a good finish. We're getting pelted with mud down here. Kyle and I are taking evasive maneuvers as they get the track all that much closer, ready to go. Engine heat will take place on the track here very, very shortly. There's a full field, a full pit area of teams, drivers, and sprint cars back there ready to get things going. Engine heat will take place here in just about 5 minutes. We're getting ready to kick things off, folks. Don't go anywhere. More live coverage of Kubota High Limit Racing here at the Grandview Speedway in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania, coming up next here on Flow.
Wrapping up with engine heat here at Grandview Speedway in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania for race number 13 of 2025 with Kubota High-Limit Racing. Also race number 2 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series. Now let's look at the point standings for the full series as we've got the championship tightening up quite a bit after the race at Ransomville last Friday afternoon. Brad Sweet still has the lead, but it has been cut down to 29 points over Tyler Courtney in a two-way tie for second. Make that third in points. 72 back are both Rico Abreu and Brent Marks. Interestingly enough, both those drivers, the only two previous winners with high limit here at Grandview. Justin Peck, 5th in points off that win. He's 97 behind. Aaron Reitzel is 6th in points. He's minus 108. And then Casey Kane in 7th, minus 173. Chase Randall, Spencer Baston, Tanner Thorson rounding out the top 10 in the current series point standings with high limit racing. Now also here in 2025, a new feature in all of sprint car racing, at least with High Limit Racing and the World of Outlaws, the ability to be able to wager on sprint car racing. And so here are your odds for tonight when it comes to the DFS or the Daily Fantasy Sports. Brad Sweet and Rico Abreu along with Brent Marks, all three of those drivers at 3.5 entering tonight, meaning that if you were to put a parlay together, it has to be at least 2 drivers from this list. You are picking whether they will finish either worse or better than 3.5 for Sweet, Abreu, and Marks. For Corey Day, it's 4.5. Tyler Courtney and Christopher Bell at 5.5. And then Anthony Macri at 6.5. For tonight's Rodman Risk, here is what I've got. If you want to tail me, Anthony Macri coming off that big win at Port Royal Speedway on Saturday night. I've got him at better than 6.5. Corey Day, worse than 4.5. Last year he was 5th in this race, so it's going to be a little bit of a risky bet there. But I'm going to take Corey Day worse than 4.5. And then Tyler Courtney, who probably should have won this race last year, I've got him at better than 5.5 in the 7BC. If you would like to learn more about how you can get involved, go to nxtbets.com/playhlr. While you are there, it'll show you some sign-up bonuses you can get and also which sports books are available in your region. Now, if your state is not eligible right now, don't worry. It seems like almost every week that goes by, a new state will be added, so whether that's for the outright winners or for the DFS as well. Now, coming up tomorrow, today's Tuesday, tomorrow night, Wednesday, on Fox Sports 1 at 10 p.m. Eastern, you'll be able to catch the 3rd episode of Dirt Season 2, which is a docu-series that followed around all of the drivers from High Limit Racing in 2024. It is spectacular, it is so well made, and it is now featured on Fox Sports 1. Here's a quick clip from episode 3, which you'll be able to watch tomorrow night.
You definitely have to have a little different mindset and approach going into Port Royal, one of the bigger, wider, slicker half miles we race at all year.
You have the whole infield packed out, the grandstands are sold out, the Ferris wheels going on in turn 2, $57,000 to win.
When the National Series shows up, it's always PA Posse versus High Limit.
They've been a group that have beaten outsiders that come into their state for decades.
Pennsylvania's gonna hate me, but I hate that place.
Oh, upside down, big time. And that car is mangled. Big time barrel rolling down the back straightaway.
Us local guys are committed to not letting outsiders come in here and win.
I'm going to keep winning championships and talk a little along the way. And
oh, Brad Sweet's around in turn 1.
Welcome to PA Hospital.
It's the perfect time for that episode to come out with the Big Bob Weicker Memorial coming up this coming weekend at Port Royal Speedway, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you're here at the track tonight, we hope to see you make your way down to Port Royal, PA for a big 3-day weekend over there. Looking forward to seeing who will come out on top for what will be the highest paying sprint car race of the season so far at $75,000 to win. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we will have cars on the track for Dirt Draft Hot Laps. As we mentioned, 30 cars here this evening, which will equate out to, let's check, 5 different hot lap sessions coming up after this break on FloRacing. And welcome back to Grandview. Cars about to make their way onto the racetrack for our first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night. Before we get into that, let's take a look at the schedule, the upcoming schedule for Kubota Highland Racing. We mentioned a moment ago, Port Royal Speedway coming up this weekend for 3 nights for the Bob Weicker Memorial. Then next Friday and Saturday, May 30th and 31st, it's Lawrenceburg on Friday and Butler Motor Speedway in Michigan on Saturday. Then a week later, we have a back-to-back midweek Money Series events, 141 Speedway and Red Cedar Speedway in Wisconsin. Eagle Raceway in Nebraska. June 25th is Lake Ozark. And then 2 nights at Lucas Oil Speedway for the Diamond Classic. 2 nights at Florence, the Kentucky Sprint Nationals. And then we have the Double Down Duels at Eldora Speedway on July 16th and 17th as well. We've got our first group of cars now getting fired off. Let's take a look at who is on the track for the first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night. First car you see rolling down the front stretch now, the current series point leader out of Grass Valley, California, the Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Durst Incorporated, Factory Kane, self-storage at Tahali, number 49. That's the big cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in the 49. And rolling by him on the inside, from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, the Weikert's Livestock, SpeedwayCars.com, Sandoz Fruit Mark, Racers New and Used Parts Warehouse, number 48. It is Double D, Danny Dietrich. Danny Dietrich in the 48. And rolling off at turn number 2 now and down the backstretch. From Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, the Busch Auto Group, Fast Track Trucking, Stevie Car, Betts Garage, Stoltzfus Farm, number 5R, that is Tyler Ross. Tyler Ross in the 5R. And making his way off at turn number 4 now, the most recent winner with the series. From Monrovia, Indiana, the Skagit Speedway, Race Reading Foundation, Ford Performance, Hagerody, number 26, it's Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 26. And also on the racetrack, making his way off at turn number 4 from Clute, Texas, the current track record holder from the Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Power Plus, STC American Table, Bargain Barn, number 87 of Aaron Reitzel. Aaron Reitzel in the 87. And final car on the speedway for this group, the driver out of Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, the J&S Classics, Whitecap, C&D Rigging, Class 1 Transportation, number 39, Emmett Anthony Macri. Anthony Macri and the 39M were underway in our first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night here at Grandview Speedway. Fastest so far is Aaron Reitzel at 12.197. Now Macri into the 11-second bracket at 11.673. Dietrich right behind him in second, 11.932. Now Tyler Ross, now Reitzel back to the top at 11.424. Macri at 11.321. Macri only a 10th off the track record right now, and now it gets even closer, 11.293 that time by the line. Reitzel still sitting in second, Sweet in third. Justin Peck comes by, runs an 11.614. So the fastest in our first practice session of the night is the 39M of Anthony Macri. Lap time, 11.293 seconds. Following him is Aaron Reitzel, 11.344. Brad Sweet third, 11.459. Then we have Danny Dietrich in fourth, 11.471. And Justin Peck in fifth, 11.614. Then Tyler Ross rounded out the rest of the drivers there at 11.714. As our next group of cars is now making their way trackside. First one onto the speedway from Jonestown, Pennsylvania. That's the Moose's LZ Bar and Grill Heavy Equipment C&D Rigging, Milton Hershey School, number 3Z. It's Brock Zierfoss. Brock Zierfoss in the 3Z. And pulling up next to him from Leesport, Pennsylvania, the Specialty Rigging, Starfire Premium Lubricants, Lancaster Pole Building, Mid-Atlantic Machinery, number 10X of Reese Nowatarski. Reese Nowatarski in the number 10X. And on the bottom of that 3 wide, from Enumclaw, Washington, in the Kane Screen Print Brumo's Collection, HendrickCars.com, Caravan Trailer Self-Storage at Tahali, number 9. That is Casey Kane. Casey Kane in car number 9. One of our Race Reading Foundation Rookie of the Year contenders makes his way into turns 3 and 4 now. From Northport, Florida, the Global Link, Moxie Performance Sports Advisors Creative Products Group, number 24D. That is Danny Sams III. Danny Sams in car number 24D. And also getting fired up now from Clovis, California, the Myers Constructors, Four Seas Construction, Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, Tally Oil, number 14 BC. It's Payday, Corey Day. Corey Day in the 14 BC. And from Mertztown, Pennsylvania, the Vital Options Medical Marijuana, Harrisburg Budget, Ryan Taylor Graphics CP Corolla number 20. That is Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor in car number 20. Those are the drivers in our second Dirt Draft practice session of the night. If you don't know what Dirt Draft is, well, it's a app on your phone where you can play with your friends, where you get a $100,000 salary. You pick a couple of drivers to stay under that salary, and whichever driver combination is the best throughout the night will be the winner. And now this year they've got a league function where you can play just against your buddy, play against just your mom, play against just your dog, whatever it is. Now you don't have to play against 300 other people. You can have a private league on Dirt Draft in 2025, one of their new functions this season as the white flag comes out on this session of drivers. Danny Sams is currently the fastest in this one at third quick overall, 11.434. Brock Searfoss right behind him up to the fourth position at 11.435 seconds. Checker flag comes out. Checkered is out, your fastest driver in that group, and third quick overall is Danny Sams the third in the 24D. The lap time was an 11.434 seconds. Anthony Macri still fastest overall, 11.293. Aaron Reitzel, 11.344. Then Danny Sams. Brock Searfoss was fourth at 11.435. And Brad Sweet rounds out the top five in Dirt Draft hot laps after two groups of cars. Group number 3 now rolling onto the racetrack. First car on the speedway from St. Helena, California. The Rico Abreu, Kerbagajanian Racing, Rich Bar Flores, Waste Connection, Spankins Motorsports, Whiskey Myers, number 24. That is Rico Abreu. Rico Abreu in the 24. And also getting pushed into turn number 3 now from York, Pennsylvania. It's the Mountain Ridge Metals, Traco Manufacturing, GL Capital, Glenville Station. Number 23, it's Chase Dietz. Chase Dietz in the 23. And also rolling off the fourth corner now from Lubbock, Texas, the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Crete and Landis Block, ShopTruckParts.com, FillPools.com, High Performance Lubricants number 5. That is Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in the number 5. And rolling down the front stretch now from Minden, Nevada, the JST Motorsports, the Ritual, Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maxima Racing Oils, number 88, that is Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the number 88. And the defending Grandview Speedway winner rolls into turn number 1 now from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Bass Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19, it's Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19. And the final car in this group from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, driving the Pella Avanti windows and doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Genmore Florist, number 13. It is Dason Persley. Dason Persley in the 13. As the green lights come on, we're back to full song at Grandview Speedway. Rico Abreu goes straight to the top, 11.274 in that number 24 car. Rico Abreu done the fastest in Dirt Draft hot laps as the checkered flag comes out. Brent Marks and Chase Dietz also inside the top 10. Dietz 9th and now 8th, and Brent Marks in 10th. So Rico Abreu now the fastest in just 3 100ths off the track record, 11.274 seconds for car number 24. Anthony Macri second, Aaron Reitzel third, Danny Sams the third and fourth, then Brock Searfoss in fifth, Brad Sweet sixth, seventh is Danny Dietrich. Chase Dietz in that group was 8th quick, 9th was Casey Kane, and 10th in that group was Brent Marks in the 19. His lap time 11.554. The fourth of 5 practice sessions now getting in position on the back straightaway. The first car you see there, currently second in the High Limit Racing point standings from Indianapolis, Indiana. Driving the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Brant Professional Agriculture, Gainbridge, number 7 BC. That is Sunshine Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney in the 7 BC. And just behind him, from Hanover, Pennsylvania, driving the SCC Trucking, PhilPools.com, Rucker Computer Solutions, Dynatech Controls, number 17, it's Dylan Norris. Dylan Norris in the 17. And making his way down the front stretch now from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, the Hollinger Allebach Racing, Old Milwaukee, Orange Crate Brewing, Beer Hill Gang, number 5W, that is Lucas Wolf. Lucas Wolf in the 5W. And from Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia, the new Trent Homes, Napa Auto Parts of Gettysburg, Rudisill Trucking, Red Hill Transport, number 66, it's Ryan Newton. Ryan Newton in the 66. And from Newtown, Pennsylvania, the Thompson Motor Service, IGA Middleburg, 410 Enterprises, Fire and Safety Services, number 11, that is Mikey Thompson. Mikey Thompson in the car number 11. And the other number 11 gets fired off now. It's the 11P, driven by TJ Stutz out of Liverpool, Pennsylvania. The car is sponsored by Woodcrafters Hardwood, John's RV, Donna Racing Engines, and Deer Run Storage. That's the 11P of TJ Stutz. Those are the drivers in our 4th of 5 Dirt Draft Hot Lap sessions here tonight at Grandview Speedway. Green lights come on. Green flag is waving. And we're back underway. Tyler Courtney jumps into the top 10. He's 6th overall at 11.456 seconds for the 7BC. Nobody else in the top 10 quite yet in this group. The next fastest is Lucas Wolf. He's down in the 16th position, 11.666. Checkered is out, drivers getting their final lap, and Tyler Courtney's off the pace on the backstretch. A problem for Tyler Courtney, currently 2nd in the point standings and 6th overall on the speed charts. Saw a little bit of smoke coming out of that car when he got up to speed at first. Did not think much of it, but then he comes to a stop down there in the 3rd corner. Courtney was the best in that group, 11.456 seconds. Rico Abreu still showing the way at 11.274. Anthony Macri, Aaron Reitzel, Danny Sams, and Brock Zierfoss, the top 5. Then Courtney, Sweet, Dietrich, Dietz, Kane, and Marks. I'll have to keep an eye on Tyler Courtney, as now that car is needing some assistance from one of the High Limit Racing side-by-side vehicles, so hopefully nothing too crazy there on the NOS Energy Drink number 7 BC as we get ready for our final practice session of the night before we get into qualifying. First car on the inside row on the back straightaway from Lebanon, Indiana. Sander Engineering, 4 Seas Construction, Tally, Autry Plumbing, Sincal Demolition, number 14, Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in the number 14. And also on the racetrack, rolling into turn number 3 now from Glendale, Arizona. The Pels Tire Service, RF Knox Company, Newman's Racing Engines, Triple X, DMI, number 1A. That is Ashton Torgerson. Ashton Torgerson in the 1A. And also on the speedway from Norman, Oklahoma, the Glenville Station, Jetco, Kreitz Oval Track Parts, Downs Automotive number 69K. That is Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell in the 69K. And the DJ of the night coming across the flag stand now from Apollo, Pennsylvania. The Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati at Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, Mountain Mechanical, MAV Motorsports, number 42. That is Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42. Another one of our Race Shooting Foundation Rookie of the Year contenders comes off at turn number 4 now from Waco, Texas. The all-by your alternative, Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Easy Print, number 9R. That is the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. Chase Randall in the 9R. And final car in this group rolls off at turn number 2 now from Kunkletown, Pennsylvania. The Denichek Logging, Western Mountain Black Diamond Equipment, Seeger Radiator, number 6. It's the Kunkletown kid, Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith in the number 6. Final practice session of the night is underway at Grandview Speedway. It's Levan Machine and Truck Equipment presenting Rich Marfloor's Kubota High Limit Racing. Don't see any drivers in the top 10 quite yet. Track appears to maybe have slowed down. One car off the pace. It is Ashton Torgerson. And the yellow lights blink on. The number 1A car stopped in turn number 4. Ashton Torgerson, Grandview Speedway debut tonight for him. And it looks like maybe a mechanical problem on that Pell's Tire Service number 1A. Not too many weeks ago, Torgerson came here to Central PA, picked up a big win at the Baps Motor Speedway against a 43 car field. That car does refire, however, so we'll see if he is able to finish out the rest of the laps in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. So it does sound like that Tony Laporta back there in the pit area letting us know that there is an engine change taking place for Tyler Courtney before they get into Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Courtney is scheduled to be the 22nd car out to qualify here tonight, so they do have a little bit of time, but not much. Single car qualifying might help them out here this evening. Ryan Smith up to the 18th spot on the speed charts in car number 6. The lap time 11.690. Christopher Bell up to 13th quick, 11.626. So the yellow lights blink back on. That is going to do it for Dirt Draft Hot Laps here tonight. Christopher Bell, the fastest in that final session. He was 13th overall at 11.626 seconds. Rico Abreu, the quickest overall this evening at 11.274 seconds. Anthony Macri in second. Aaron Reitzel third. Danny Samson fourth. And Brock Zierfoss in fifth. Then you had Tyler Courtney, Brad Sweet, Danny Dietrich, Chase Dietz, and Casey Kane. As you could see, the motor change taking place on the Clausen Marshall Racing 7BC. A lot of work to do before they can get him back out for his qualifying run. Next up is Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. They are the number 1 Renegade Totorhome dealers and the number 1 Intech trailer dealers. No one sells more Totorhomes or Intech trailers than Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches. If you're in the market for a Totorhome or a trailer, trust the people that are there in the pits with you and that support the sport. Check out their complete lineup at CapitalRenegade.com. So we will have 1 car qualifying at once instead of what we normally see with high limit racing is 2, but due to the logistics of Grandview Speedway, unable to do 2 cars at a time. So 1 car will qualify by itself. It'll go 2 laps around the track, and the best lap time will set them up for one of 3 heat races here this evening. The track record, we mentioned it earlier, but we'll refresh your memory once again. It was set by Aaron Reitzel on August 23rd of 2018. The lap time, 11.243. And in hot laps, we were relatively close to that at 11.27, so only about 300ths off in hot laps. But as the sessions continued on, it did appear the track was slowing down, but we'll see what happens. We did see a new track record 2 races ago at Kokomo Speedway in Indiana, so maybe we'll have about 2 track records in the span of about 8 days, as it looks like we're firing off our first car now. First car to qualify from Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, the Bush Auto Group, Fast Track Trucking, Stevie Car, Betts Garage, Stoltzless Farm. Number 5R here is Tyler Ross. Tyler Ross in the 5R. Lap 1 for Tyler Ross is a 11.828, 11.828. Tyler Ross last year here with High Limit Racing finished 7th in the main event. His best finish here at Grandview. Lap number 2 is going to slow down just barely to an 11.852. First lap better, 11.828. Tyler Ross sets the mark in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Up next from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, the Weikert's Livestock, SpeedwayCars.com, Sandoz Fruit Market, Racers, New and Used Parts Warehouse number 48. Here is Double D, Danny Dietrich. Dietrich on lap 1. He will go to the top, 11.783, 11.783. Dietrich, an All-Star Circuit of Champions winner here at Grandview back in 2020. Lap number 2 for Danny Dietrich is better. It's at 11.700, 11.700. Danny Dietrich now the fastest so far in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Next up from Monrovia, Indiana, the Skagit Speedway Race Game Foundation. Ford Performance, Hagerly, number 26. Here is Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 26th, the most recent winner with the series. Lap 1 for Peck is going to be third quick, 11.869, 11.869. Justin Peck last year here at Grandview was 11th in the main event. Best run of third with the All-Stars in 2021. Lap number 2, he will improve to second quick, 11.777, 11.777. Justin Peck, second of 3 cars so far. Next up, it is the current track record holder here at Grandview Speedway from Clube, Texas. The Focus Brothers Trucking, Power Plus, STC American Table Bargain Bar, number 87. Here is Aaron Reitzel. Aaron Reitzel in the 87. Aaron Reitzel, a 2-time All-Star winner here at Grandview. Lap 1 for him is going to be to the top. 11.466, 11.466. Reitzel has been unbelievable in qualifying this year with High Limit Racing. Lap number 2 is going to be slower, 11.490. First lap better, 11.466. Aaron Reitzel, now the fastest driver in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. An update on the 7BC. They've got some time. As we mentioned about the 22nd car out to qualify as we continue on. Here is the current series point leader from Grass Valley, California. The Napa Auto Parts, Bruno's Collection, Durst Incorporated Factory Cane, Self-Storage at Tahali, number 49. It's the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in the 49. Lap 1 for Brad Sweet is going to be 5th quick, 11.844, 11.844. Brad Sweet was 4th here last year at Grandview, did lead a couple of laps in that main event, but faded back late. Lap number 2 for Brad Sweet is going to be second quick, 11.680, 11.680. Brad Sweet now second. Your next qualifier comes to us out of Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, driving the JNS Classics, White Cap, C&D Rigging, Class 1 Transportation, number 39, Emmett Anthony Macri. Lap 1 for Macri is second quick, 11.676, 11.676. Anthony Macri was 12th here last year at the Grandview Speedway. He was second with the All-Stars in 2021. Lap number 2 for Anthony Macri is going to go faster, but stays second overall, 11.619, 11.619. Second quick for Anthony Macri. Qualifying next from Clovis, California, the Myers Constructors, 4 Seas Construction, Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, Tally Oil, number 14, BC. Here is Payday, Corey Day. Lap 1 for Corey Day is going to be 7th overall, 11.882, 11.882. Corey Day, one previous appearance here at Grandview, was a 5th place finish last year with High Limit Racing. 2-time winner with the series this year. Lap number 2, he's going to go better, but stays 7th quick, 11.838, 11.838. Corey Day, 7th of 7 cars early on in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Next up from Leesport, Pennsylvania, the Specialty Rigging, Starfire Premium Lubricants, Lancaster Pole Building, Mid-Atlantic Machinery, numbers 10X. Here is Reese Nowatarski. Reese Nowatarski in the 10X. Lap 1 for Reese, he will be 8th quick on 12.431, 12431 on lap 1 for Reese Nowatarski. Was 18th here in the feature last year, did make the dash, however. Lap number 2 for Nowatarski, improves on lap time, stays 8th quick at 12.406, 12406. Next driver clock in from Mertztown, Pennsylvania, the Vital Options Medical Marijuana, Harrisburg Budget, Ryan Taylor Graphics, CP Corolla, number 20. Here is Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor's opening lap is going to be 8th quick at 12.151, 12151. Ryan Taylor did not qualify for the feature here last year, was 4th during 2017 PA Speedway, his best ever finish here at Grandview. Lap number 2 is going to be faster, but stays 8th quick at 11.938, 11938, 8th quick for Ryan Taylor. From Jonestown, Pennsylvania, the Moose's LZ Bar and Grill, Heavy Equipment, C&D Rigging, Milton Hershey School, number 3Z. It is Brock Zierfoss. Brock Zierfoss behind the wheel of the 3Z. Lap 1 for Brock is going to be 8th quick at 11.921, 11.921. Zierfoss was 7th here in 2020 during PA Speedway, 9th with the All-Stars in 2019. Lap 2 is going to be faster, but stays 8th quick at 11.865, 11865. Brock Zierfoss is 8th of 10 cars. Qualifying next from Northport, Florida, the Global Link, Moxie Sports Advisors, Creative Products, strip number 24D. Here is Danny Sams III. Lap 1 for D3 is going to be 6th quick, 11.814, 11814. Nice first lap for Danny Sams III in his Grandview Speedway debut here tonight, and gets a little bit sideways there, hangs onto the car. He will cross the line at 12.630, first lap better, and 6th quick at 11.814 for the 24D of Danny Sams III. From Enumclaw, Washington, the Kane Screen Brett Bruno's collection, HendrickCars.com, Caravan Trailers, self-storage at Tahali, number 9. Here it's Casey Kane. Lap 1 for Casey Kane is going to be an 11th place lap time at 12.023, 12023. Casey Kane was 19th here last year, best run of 6 with high limit in 2023. Lap number 2, he will slow down to a 12.279, first lap better, 11th overall at 12.023 seconds. Last year's feature winner now on the clock from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Baps Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19. Here is Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19. Lap 1 for Marks is going to be 10th quick at 11.921, 11921. Brent Marks, mentioned the win here last year, was also 3rd in 2023 with high limit here. Lap number 2, he will improve, stays 10th quick, however, 11.920, 11920, that is 10th out of 13 for Brent Marks. Up next, from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Pella, Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Genmore Florist, number 13, it's Dason Persley. Lap 1 for Persley, he is 13th quick, a 12.078, 12078. Dason Persley's first race here with the win on top of the car was 6th 3 different times in USAC competition. Lap 2 is better, up to 12th quick at 11.943, 11943, 12th quick for Dason Persley. Fastest driver in hot laps earlier on, now on the clock from St. Helena, California, the Rico Abreu, Kerbag Genie Racing, Rich Bar Flores, Waste Connection, Spankins Motorsports, Whiskey Myers, number 24. Here's Rico Abreu. Abreu on lap 1, he is 9th quick at 11.838, 11838. Rico, the 2023 winner here with High Limit Racing. Lap number 2 for Rico. It's going to be 3rd quick, 11.660, 11.660. Rico Abreu now 3rd quick. From Lubbock, Texas, here's the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Cretan Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, PhilPools.com, High Performance Lubricants number 5. It is Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in number 5. Lap 1 for Brenham is going to be 15th overall at 12.145, 12145. Brenham Crouch was 24th in the feature here last year. Best finish this season, 9th at Central Arizona Raceway. Lap number 2, he will slow down to a 12.187. First lap a little bit better, 12.145. Your next qualifier comes out of York, Pennsylvania. He drives the Mountain Ridge Metals, Traco Manufacturing's GL Capital, Glenville Station number 23. Here is Chase Dietz. Chase Dietz in the 23. Dietz on lap 1. He'll be 15th quick at 12.062, 12062. 2 wins on the year, Selinsgrove Speedway and Lincoln Speedway. A lot of second place finishes. Lap number 2 for him is going to slow down to a 12.201. The first lap was better, 12.062. Chase Dietz is 15th of 17 cars. From Minden, Nevada, here's the JST Motorsports, The Ritual, Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maxima Racing Oils. Number 88 is Tanner Thorson. Thorson on lap 1. He'll be 17th overall at 12.304, 12304. Thorson, 8th in the main event here last year at Grandview, was 3rd with USAC in 2021 in the sprint car. Lap 2, he will be up to 16th quick now at 12.126, 12126. Tanner Thorson is now 16th of 18 cars. From Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia, here is the new Trent Holmes, Napa Auto Parts of Gettysburg, Rudisill Trucking, Red Hill Transport, number 66 of Ryan Newton. Ryan Newton in the 66. Lap 1 for Newton is 18th overall, 12.307, 12307. Ryan Newton finished top 10 at the High Limit International event at Perth Motorplex in December. Lap number 2 is going to be up to a 12.153, 12153. Second lap better, but still 18th quick for Ryan Newton in the 66. From Hanover, Pennsylvania, the SCC Trucking, PhilPools.com, Rucker Computer Solutions, Dynatech Controls, number 17, this is Dylan Norris. Dylan Norris on the 17. Norris on lap 1, he is 19th overall, 12.275, 12.275. Dylan Norris, 19th on lap number 1. Didn't qualify for the feature here last year, was 10th in 2024 during the PA Speed Week. Lap 2, he'll slow down to a 12.434. First lap better at 12.275. 19th for Dylan Norris. From Newtown, Pennsylvania, here is the Thompson Motor Service IGA Middleburg 410 Enterprises Fire and Safety Services number 11T. It is Mikey Thompson. Thompson on lap 1 is going to be 21st overall at a 12.506, 12.506 on lap 1 from Mikey Thompson. Was 21st here last year during PA Speedway, a 6th place finish with the URC Sprint Cars in 2022. Second lap is faster, but stays 21st overall at 12.456, 12.456. Mikey Thompson, 21st. Next qualifier from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, the Hollinger-Allebach Racing Old Milwaukee Orange Crate Brewing Beer Hill Gang. Number 5W here is Lucas Wolf. Lucas Wolf in the 5W. Lucas on lap 1 is 19th overall at 12.223, 12.223. Lucas, nice top 10 run at Ransomville last Friday night. That was an 8th place finish for him. Lap 2 for Lucas Wolf is going to improve to 16th quick at 12.094, 12.094. And Tyler Courtney's team has made the repairs to the 7BC new engine under the hood. And green flag waves on Courtney. Probably no heat under the hood of that thing. Hopefully lap 2 get up to speed, but it does not look very good for Sunshine at this point in time. Lap 1, just for good measure, 14.226, 14226. So might be some more gremlins fighting that car right now, as it does not sound very good when it comes across the flag stand. Lap number 2, he will improve to a 12.808, 12808, but that is 23rd quick out of 23 cars for Tyler Courtney. Your next qualifier from Liverpool, Pennsylvania, the Woodcrafters Hardwood, John's RV, Donna Racing Engines, Deer Run Storage, number 11P. Here is TJ Stutz. TJ Stutz in the 11P. Stutz on lap 1. He'll be 21st overall at 12.354, 12.354. TJ Stutz was 23rd in the main event here last year and 13th in 2023. Lap number 2, he'll be up to 20th quick now at 12.154, 12.154. That is 20th for TJ Stutz. On the clock next from Lebanon, Indiana, the Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Tally Autry Plumbing, Sincal Demolition, number 14. This is Spencer Bastin. Spencer's first lap is going to be 15th quick at 12.039, 12.039. Spencer Bastin, 9th in the feature here last season. Best finish this year, 4th at Lakeside Speedway in Kansas, lap number 2. He'll slow down to a 12.313. First lap was faster at 12.039 seconds. That is 15th overall of 25 cars. From Kunkletown, Pennsylvania, the Denichek Logging, Western Mountain, Big Black Diamond Equipment, Seeger Radiators, number 6 of Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith in the number 6. Ryan Smith on lap 1 is 24th overall at 12.425, 12.425. He was second here with the All-Stars in 2017, two-time Port Royal winner this year. Lap number 2, he will be up to 11th quick, ran the bottom down there, and it was fast. 11.870, Ryan Smith to 11th quick in car number 6. Next qualifier from Waco, Texas, the All-Bar Your Alternative, and Physique, Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Easy Print number 9R. This is the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. Ran a little bit too high, wide, and handsome there in turn 4. Lap 1 is 25th overall at 12.436, 12.436. Chase Randall tonight making his second, make that his third appearance here at Grandview. He was third with USAC in 2021. Lap number 2 is better to 23rd overall at 12.228, 12.228. 23rd for the 9R of Chase Randall. Here is the DJ of the night from Apollo, Pennsylvania, the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, Mount Mechanical, Mav Motorsports, number 42. This is Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42, lap 1. He'll be 24th overall at 12.263, 12.263. Cy Lynch, best finish this year with Highland, was an 11th place run at Ransomville and at Tri-City Speedway in Illinois. Lap 2 to 20th quick now at 12.140, 12.140. 20th quick for Cy Lynch with 2 cars left to run. On the speedway next from Norman, Oklahoma, the Glenville Station, Jetco, Kreitz Oval Track Parts, Downs Automotive number 69K. Here is Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell in the 69K. Lap 1 for C. Bell. It's going to be 10th quick, 11.842, 11.842. Ran the bottom in 3 and 4, and there is some speed to be found down there. He'll try it again and wraps the bottom off of turn 4. Lap 2 for Bell. Second quick, and 11.618, 11.618. Christopher Bell, the final car to qualify, second quick in car number 69K. So that is it for Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. And once again, it is Aaron Reitzel, your fastest driver tonight at 11.466. Reitzel has been on kill in qualifying in 2025. Bell was second, Macri third, fourth to Abreu, and fifth goes to Brad Sweet. Danny Dietrich in sixth, Justin Peck seventh, Danny Sams in eighth, Tyler Ross ninth, and Corey Day rounds out the top 10. In Capital Custom Trailer qualifying here tonight, getting a look at Aaron Reitzel's lap. And that car, as per usual during time trials, was stuck. Tyler Courtney, however, is going to finish up in 29th in qualifying here this evening. We did have one car not qualify. It was the 1A of Ashton Torgerson. We saw that car have a problem during hot laps, and he did not make an appearance on the speedway for qualifying, so an issue for Ashton Torgerson, but the rest of the drivers able to get a lap time in. So we'll take a break here on Flow. When we come back, it'll be almost time for opening ceremonies here at the Grandview Speedway. Remember, we do have a FanFest going on tonight, race fans. We've got 23 minutes of FanFest before we get into opening ceremonies at 7:25. So we'll be back here on Flow Racing.
I'm Aaron Reitzel. You're watching Kubota High Limit Racing live on Flow.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches. We are the #1 Renegade Toterhome dealer and the #1 Intech and Bravo Sprint Car Trailer dealer. No one sells more Toterhomes and Sprint Car Trailers than we do. Check out our complete lineup at capitalrenegade.com. If you're in the market for a Toterhome or a trailer, trust the people that are in the pits with you and that support the sport.
Winning doesn't just happen. You have to engineer it. You have to test it and make it better than it was the last time. Our engineers have the passion to create the parts you need, the way you need them to be, again and again and again. We've led this game for over 40 years, and we design, refine, and perfect every valve train part worthy of the winner's circle.
When it comes to magneto ignition performance, there's only one name that you can trust, and that's BR Motorsports Ignitioneering. Servicing the racing industry for over 30 years, our state-of-the-art Magneto Dyno Test Lab facility is equipped with the most technically advanced equipment available. And that's why crew chiefs like Paul Silva and Philip Dietz choose BR for all their ignition needs. To learn more, visit us at brpromag.com.
We got them racked, we got them stacked, and we've got the grandstands packed.
Super healthy for sprint car racing and compete for a championship.
You can feel the buzz around. We want to race the best guys every night.
Whole different level.
This is the high limit room. It's the home of 24 high rollers.
We're back here at the Grandview Speedway for tonight's Kubota High Limit Sprint Car Series event, the Rich Mar Flores Kubota High Limit Sprint Car Series night, presented by Levan Machine and Truck Equipment. Sprint cars have completed qualifying. The vintage cars are going to come out for their practice session next, and that will complete our preliminary events here this evening. Then we'll get into a little bit of track touch-up work, FanFest in the Souvenir Row merchandise area behind the grandstand before we roll into opening ceremonies, which will feature our guests with the Keystone State Quarter Midget Racing Club, our invocation from Pastor Don Kearns, and our national anthem from Eric Haney this evening. Qualifying will then follow with heat race action for the Kubota Sprint Car Series, and we'll roll through those following our opening ceremonies. So the vintage cars, part of the Outlaw Racing Series, rolling trackside.
Real quick, Jeff, we did want to mention this as well. We want to remind everybody that the FanFest is going on right now. Drivers back in their T-shirt trailers behind the main grandstand, signing autographs, taking pictures, and selling merchandise. So if you'd like to meet your favorite driver, chances are they're down in their T-shirt trailer behind the main grandstands right now until 7:25 p.m.
All right, thank you, Chase. Yeah, thanks again to Richmar Florist. Visit richmarflorist.com for all of your floral needs, serving the Lehigh Valley and beyond since 1955. Richmar Florist is proud partners of Pocono Raceway, Dover Motor Speedway, Nashville Super Speedway, Watkins Glen International Speedway, and here tonight at Grandview Speedway. Some of the country's most popular drivers have represented Richmar Florist in motorsports, including Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Marco Andretti, Alexander Rossi, and Rico Abreu here tonight. Follow us to victory at richmarflorist.com. You can give them a call at 610-437-5588. That's 610-437-5588. Tonight we would like to welcome Jonathan Morrissey, Richard Morrissey, Charlotte Morrissey, and Melissa Morrissey here tonight to the Speedway. We thank them all for being here tonight, and we thank Richmar Florist for being the sponsor of Kubota High Limit Racing tonight here at Grandview Speedway. Our presenting partner tonight is Levan Machine and Truck Equipment, a full-service CNC machine shop and work truck upfitter located just outside of Reading. Check out the full line of truck bodies, truck, van, and trailer equipment, and learn more about our machining, welding, and driveline capabilities. Trailer equipment, including snowplows and salt spreaders. Learn more about our capabilities at levanmachine.com. That's levanmachine.com. Or give them a call at 610-944-7455. 610-944-7455. Special thanks to Brian Levan. Looks like we got a bunch of vintage cars here tonight. These are the replicas of the stock cars that raced here back in the early days of Grandview Speedway. Grandview Speedway, as Chase mentioned earlier, opened in 1963, and stock cars racing on Saturday nights has been a weekly fixture here since 1963, every Saturday night. Proud to be a partner of the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series here since 1992. And the drivers and teams that have got these cars together representing the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and into the 90s, these vintage cars. So you can see that they're 30 plus years old, and they'll be split up into a couple of different groups tonight for their feature event action, but they're going to do some hot laps now before they go back, and they'll be filling in between tonight's Richmar Florist Kubota High Limit Sprint Car qualifying action this evening. This is the first of 3 Napa Auto Parts Thunder on the Hill Racing Series events tonight, the 36th year for the Napa Auto Parts Thunder on the Hill Racing Series. And thanks again to Napa Auto Parts for being our series sponsor. Thanks to John Hanlon and his local stores, the Napa Parts Service stores, for their participation, such as Rick Ryder Automotive, Town Service Center, Ford Service Center, GT Automotive, and Franconia Auto Repair, to name a few. Napa Auto Care Centers can service all of your vehicles off the Napa Peace of Mind warranty. Our next Thunder on the Hill event after tonight will be the Invasion of the USAC National Sprint Tour here on Tuesday night, June 17th, followed by Pennsylvania 410 Sprint Car Speed Week on Tuesday night, July 1st. They'll be mixing the cars together. Doesn't matter which class, they'll just roll them all out together for tonight's practice session. That colorful 77S back there with a fluorescent pink on, that's Scott Schaefer. He's out of Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. Junior Mike Hodge, who used to race here on Saturday nights back in the day, he's out there in the 12A. Wayne Renninger driving car number 51, heading down into the turn as we get ready to turn them loose. This is just a little practice session for the vintage cars. Dave Dissinger, another competitor that does still currently race on occasion. He's out there in the number 97. Ryan Ford driving the 007. Boomer Brush out there in the number 4. Again, the varying eras of cars represented on the Speedway tonight from the 60s through to the 1990s. Kenny Gilmore, he's currently one of our NASCAR sportsman competitors. He has his vintage car out there, the black number 14 over there in turn number 2. Lucas Mutter in the 336. Of course, Pappy Mutter was a fixture here back in the 60s. First group complete with their warm-up session. We'll roll the next group out. Matt Smith out there will be coming out with the Falcon body number 2. Gage Phillips alongside of him in the 88X. This is from the era when there was no such thing as aerodynamics on stock cars. It was just a automobile off the showroom floor, and they cut the fenders off and went racing, put a little roll cage inside. Not like today's sophisticated racing machines. Again, as Chase mentioned, right now, FanFest going on in Souvenir Row, merchandise midway behind the grandstand. Visit those trailers, meet the drivers, get a couple of autographs and maybe some merchandise while you're down there. The Grandview novelty stand is open underneath the announcer's tower if you'd like to get a Grandview Speedway t-shirt or novelty to take home if you're a first-time Grandview Speedway visitor. The photo stand is located right next to the novelty stand. All the way down in turn 1 is the Thunder on the Hill novelty stand. Stop by and say hi to Rick and Ray if you're down there underneath the pavilion. Looks like they're still working on the Tyler Courtney number 7. His night not getting off to a good start. Kurt Nyman coming out with the 76R. Ron Myers there in the 125. Myron Haight will drive the number 7. Torrey Hall is in the 293. Tim Peters in the 17. There's a throwback to the 1950s with that sedan car with the fender still on it. 2 of the 1950s and early 60s. Boy, they really dug the old ones out. The last 4 cars in line there, that's from the 50s, even before Grandview Speedway opened, that area tracks in the Northeast, when they still had the fenders on the race cars. That was before they even mandated driving suits. They used to have a t-shirt and a pair of blue jeans and put a helmet on and went racing. All right, going to wind them up. Final hot lap session here. Merrill Miller's out there in the 28, Michael Stewart in the 24, Justin Miller the 35, Russ Delp in the 6 Junior, some of the older cars that are at the back of the pack. Vintage hot laps, again, they will have 2 separate events in between qualifying events tonight for the Richmar Flores Kubota High Limit Sprint Cars tonight. Again, we would like to thank the Keystone State Quarter Midget Racing Club in the house tonight. They'll be participating in opening ceremonies. The future drivers of our sport, these fine competitors, compete on a 1/20th of a mile dirt track located in Schnecksville, Pennsylvania. The drivers range in age from 5 to 17 years old, and the organization's focus is to teach the kids the fundamentals of racing, sportsmanship, and just having fun at the track. The Keystone State Quarter Midget Club will be part of opening ceremonies this evening. Looks like we are going to take a little break here to do a little track manicuring work, and while we do that, we're going to step aside. You're watching the Rich Mar Flores Kubota High Limit Sprint Car Series live from Grandview Speedway.
Thorson, you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing on Flow.
Established in 1983, FK Rod Ends has been the industry leader for both midget and micro racing. Family owned and operated, we take pride in our products and our name because we know you value yours. Visit our website, www.fkrodends.com, to find out how you can join our winning team. FK Rod Ends. To beat the best, you've got to use the best.
This is what you save your lunch money for. Welcome to the High Limit Room.
So you're young, what are you, 18?
I'm 18.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate it. I'm mic'd up. Just be careful. Dude, I smoked it so hard it threw the right front up over the concrete rail and blew the axle out of the thing, and I like limped it across the line. I always try and take a couple minutes before I get in the car and just try and run the race through my head. Yeah, finally back to a small track. What's up, buddy? Oh, what you got? Sweet. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
Motorhead will go 6 o'clock in the staging lane.
All right, good luck. Racing for Driven to Save Lives is, for a cause. It's cool that I get to represent it and, hopefully get more people to sign up for organ donation.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
Inching closer and closer to opening ceremonies here for the second round of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Money Series with Kubota High Limit Racing here at Grandview Speedway. We got a couple more things to button up here before we do get into those opening ceremonies. So for now, we're going to send you to the highlight reel from the last race with High Limit Racing, which took place on Friday night. It was the first win of 2025 for Rudine Racing and Justin Peck with Kubota High Limit Racing. We are green. The feature is underway at Ransomville Speedway. Rico Abreu quickly to the inside of Tyler Courtney, but Sunshine's got the lead down the back straightaway. Side by side for third as well. Aaron Reitzel trying to get in front of Justin Peck, who just barely sneaks around the outside. He'll maintain that third spot. Down the front straightaway, Abreu tried to run the bottom off of turn number 4. A little bit of grip down there, it appears, for that Messina Transportation number 24. Rico runs in second. Now back behind, here comes Danny Varon. Varon makes his way by Jonathan Preston. Danny Varon's into the top 5. Now Varon underneath of Aaron Reitzel, looking for fourth off of turn number 4. That 0-1 car pinned to the bottom off the fourth corner. That last time by, still 1 second gap between the 7BC and the 24. Their closest championship rival back in 13th is Brad Sweet. Abreu closing in down the front straightaway, this time by just 0.3 of a second between the two. Justin Peck has separated himself from Aaron Reitzel, and he's trying to join the mix as well. Remember, that 26 car went to victory lane here at Ransomville. It won by over 15 seconds with Zeb Wise behind the wheel. Justin Peck trying to close in on the top 2 and get his first win of the year. Here comes the lap traffic. Tyler Pallas, Jordan Thomas, Chase Randall, bottom and top. Courtney's going to have to start making some decisions. Where will he go? He's been running the bottom the last couple of laps, but it's not going to work for much longer. 19 laps to go. Abreu steps out of line into turn 1. Trying to make the pass through the middle portion of the racetrack. He'll lose a little bit of ground off the second corner. It looked good from the beginning to the middle portion of the corner, but not very good on the exit. Here comes Aaron Reitzel as well. Reitzel's trying to make a 4-car battle. Reitzel's into the wall. Aaron Reitzel slams the wall in turn 4, keeps on going. He loses ground. Back up front, 3-car battle for the race lead. Tyler Courtney to the outside of Chase Randall. Cannot make the pass down the back straightaway. Aaron Reitzel trying to get back on his horse. He knows there is speed on the cushion, but he slammed the wall a lap ago on the top. Justin Peck to second across the line. Justin Peck takes second away from Rico Abreu. And Peck is looking for redemption here tonight. Led 39 3/4 laps back at Kokomo. Got passed on the final corner by Rico Abreu. He wants a win and he wants it bad. They cannot get by the slower cars though. Tyler Courtney tries the middle in turn 1. Justin Peck around the bottom. Not able to pull up next to him. Down the back straightaway, first and second are nose to tail. Peck sees an opening, goes to the inside. They nearly get together. Justin Peck takes the lead off of turn 4. Justin Peck to the top spot. Halfway home that time by, 15 in and 15 to go. Sunshine knows he's got to get going now. Goes to the top, lays the right rear into the cushion. Down the back straightaway, Justin Peck pulls away slightly. Abreu is there along with Reitzel. The top 4, all on the same straightaway. Still cannot get by any of the lap cars. Justin Peck trapped behind the number 9 arm, Chase Randall. Now tries to run the middle. Can he make the pass on the slower car? Cannot do it. The bottom of the racetrack is where you want to be, but Peck is trying to move around, trying to put a car between himself and the 7BC. 13 laps to go across the line. Chase Randall still right there in front of him. Peck missed the bottom a little bit right there, and that stacks up the top 3. Here comes Danny Varon as well. Danny Varon trying to become a part of this mix as well for the race lead. Justin Peck finally gets by Chase Randall down the front straightaway. Somebody's going to try and work out a line. It's Aaron Reitzel. He goes to the outside of Rico Abreu and will make the pass for third, and now looking for second off the corner. Good restart there for Reitzel. Might have found something into turn 1. Aaron Reitzel now to the outside of Tyler Courtney, trying to pinch him down. He'll make the pass for second. What a great restart for Aaron Reitzel. Traffic will certainly be a factor as they come to the white flag this time by. Jordan Thomas in front of Peck. Aaron Wright's going to try and close in. Here comes the white flag. 1 lap to go for Justin Peck. Jordan Thomas on the bottom. Reitzel sees an opening to the outside, trying to steal the win on the final lap. He'll go to the middle. This might be an opportunity down in 3 and 4. Justin Peck behind Jordan Thomas. Final time in a 3 and 4. Wright's going to try and work the middle. Peck gets by the slower car, and Justin Peck gets redemption tonight at Ransomville Speedway.
Tyler Courtney gets by Reitzel for second. Reitzel ends up in third. Fourth goes to Rico Aber, and fifth goes to Danny Varon.
You are now caught up on what happened on Friday night at Ransomville Speedway for the last race with Kubota High Limit Racing. Now, the next race is getting ready to start, so let's go downstairs and get there for opening ceremonies with Tony Laporta.
Thanks so much, Chase. We are down here in the infield in what will become Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. Before we get going, we got a packed house here tonight at Grandview Speedway. Are you guys ready for some sprint car racing here tonight? Love it, love it. It's a great looking crowd here tonight. We're getting ready to go with the Levon Machine and Truck Equipment presents Richmar Flores Kubota High Limit Racing at the Grandview Speedway. Behind me, I got some special guests. I want to tell you folks about the Keystone State Quarter Midget Racing Club is in the house here tonight. We welcome the future drivers of our sport. These fine competitors compete on the 120th mile dirt track located in Shanklesville, Pennsylvania. These drivers range in age from 5 to 17 years old. The organization focuses on teaching the kids the fundamentals of racing, sportsmanship, and having fun at the racetrack. They race Tuesday nights, and there is no admission for spectators. Grandview Speedway, how about a big round of applause for our Keystone State Quarter Midget Racers? We thank them for hanging out with us here tonight. Of course, this is night number 2 of the 2025 Roto-Rooter Midweek Series, but it is the Levan Machine and Truck Equipment presents Richmar Flores Kubota High Limit Racing Night at the Grandview Speedway. So I'd like to now welcome in for a few words, owner of Richmar Flores, Jonathan Morrissey. Jonathan, thanks for being here with us tonight. What's so important to you guys about being a part of this event at the Grandview Speedway?
It's right in our backyard. You know, we're hooked up with Grandview, we're hooked up with Pocono, so you know we're on a national stage many times with many drivers across many series, but it's not often that we're right in our backyard. So this is exciting, and happy we could bring this back again.
I love it when a florist decides to get involved with big time motorsport. It makes everything just smell a little bit nicer. You've got Rico Abreu repping you guys here tonight, but you've also got another iron in the fire with a pretty big event coming up this weekend.
It's a big week for us. We have Rico tonight. We have Marco Andretti representing us at the Indy 500 this weekend. So it's exciting. Hopefully we start off the week right.
I think pretty with a guy like Rico Abreu. Won here 2 years ago. He finished on the podium. So I got to ask you, I feel like I know the answer, but who are you pulling for here tonight?
I think you kind of served that up. I think we're committed to Rico, but it's awesome to have Christopher Bell here as well, too. So good luck to all the PA guys as well. It's going to be a fun night.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big thank you to Jonathan Morrissey and Richmar Flores for stepping up to help make Kubota High Limit Racing's annual trip to Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania, a successful one. Folks, at this time, we're ready to kick off opening ceremonies for tonight. So if you are here in attendance with us and you are able, we ask that you please rise as we prepare to begin the night. We welcome in our track chaplain to lead us in tonight's invocation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Don Kearns.
Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for this beautiful evening to go racing here on the hill. And Father God, we thank you for those fighting for our freedoms here and around the world. And as we're approaching Memorial Day, for those who paid the ultimate price, we remember. Father God, bless them all, provide for their families. And Father, may this be a safe night, a fun night, a night like we're used to here on the hill with 2, 3, maybe 4 wide battle royals that go down to the finish. And we ask this in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. God bless America, and hammer down.
Thank you very much, Pastor Don. Folks, we ask that you please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove cover as we welcome to honor America with the live performance of tonight's national anthem. Would you please welcome Eric Haney. How about at Grandview? One more big round of applause for Eric Haney. Well, one more time, Grandview Speedway, talk to me. Are you ready for some sprint car racing? That's what we're talking about. It's time to kick things off at Thunder on the Hill. It's time for night number 2 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series, and that means it's time to go all in with Kubota High Limit Racing.
TJ Ford's heat race number 1 getting fired off now. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for our first heat race of the evening. On the pole out of St. Helena, California, driving the Rico Abreu Kurbagajanian Racing, Rich Bar Flores, Waste Connection, Spankins Motorsports, Whiskey Myers, number 24. It's Rico Abreu. And starting to his outside in second position out of Monrovia, Indiana, the Skagit Speedway Race Redeem Foundation Ford Performance, Hagerly, number 26. It is Justin Peck. And starting in the third position from Clovis, California, the Myers Constructors, 4 Cs Construction, Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, Tally Oil, number 14 BC, it's Payday, Corey Day. And starting in the fourth position from Clute, Texas, the Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Power Plus, STC, American Table Bargain Bar, number 87 of Aaron Reitzel. Rolling off in the 5th spot from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, and the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Babs Paint, Livewire Custom, number 19, it's Brent Marks. And starting in P6 from Enumclaw, Washington, the Kane Screen Print, Brimo's Collection, HendrickCars.com, Caravan Trailer Self-Storage at Tahali, number 9, it's Casey Kane. Starting in 7th from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, the Hollander Allebach Racing, Old Milwaukee, Orange Crate Brewing, Beer Hill Gang, number 5W, Lucas Wolf. And starting in 8th position from Lubbock, Texas, the Horizon Whiskey, Knights Crete and Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, PhilPools.com, High Performance Lubricants, number 5, it's Brenham Crouch. And starting 9th from Waco, Texas, the all-buy your alternative, Edmund Zink, Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Easy Print, number 9R, the Quickest Chicken, Chase Randall. And your final starter is from Newtown, Pennsylvania. He drives the Thompson Motor Service, IGA Middleburg, 410 Enterprises Fire and Safety Services, number 11 of Mikey Thompson.
Well, Chase, everybody here at the Speedway, look alive, make a lot of noise if you want some free pizzas from Joe the Pizza Dude. He's in the stands. He's got Bella I Tell You Pizza from Oli, so get some noise, make some noise for Joe the Pizza Dude.
Too bad he can't get that pizza up here. Would like some of that right about now there. Jeff, we've got TJ Ford's heat race number 1. About to get lined up behind the HendrickCars.com pace truck and the Richmar Florist pace vehicle here tonight. TJ Ford's only builds forged aluminum wheels using proprietary tooling and exclusive manufacturing processes that clearly elevate our wheels above the competition. Product quality, product safety, and exceptional customer service is what we do. We lead where others follow. Don't settle for close enough. Cy Lynch is the High Roller playlist driver here tonight. Here is the first song on his playlist this season. Lead. Thundering into turns 3 and make that 1 and 2. Trying to sort themselves out down the back straightaway. Justin Peck all over Abreu. Now gets a little bit too high in turn 3 and Abreu pulls away down the front straightaway. Corey Day in that 3rd spot across the line. Aaron Reitzel 1's in 4th, and 5th is Brent Marks off of turn number 2. They are flying around Grandview tonight as Brenham Crouch is trying to make a move on the 5W of Lucas Wolf. That's the race for the 6th position, 1 spot, or make that the final transfer spot, 3 heat race format tonight. Top 6 moving into the main event, and Justin Peck's off the pace on the backstretch. Justin Peck draws the caution. The most recent winner with Kubota High Limit Racing has a problem on the backstretch. Running in the 2nd position at the time, and Justin Peck is going to stop in turn 3. So Justin Peck, not sure what the issue is, cannot tell from our vantage point here from the announcer's booth or on the FloRacing drone. All 4 tires still inflated on that Skagit Speedway number 26. Easily the hottest driver on tour heading into tonight. Last 4 finishes, 3rd, 3rd, and 2nd, and 1st. Led 39 laps at Kokomo, ended up 2nd in that one. Justin Peck has been on a heater recently, but unfortunately, a mechanical issue is going to take him back to the pit area. And it does appear that He's going to take it straight to the trailer, so it looks like terminal damage on that number 26. We'll see him back for the B main.
Yeah, he pulled up lame coming out of turn number 2, slow. We didn't see anything that happened other than the car just lost power and rolled to a stop.
Yeah, you hate to see that for Peck, who has just been so fast here recently. Orange cone on the front stretch. Race fans cannot hit that cone, can't pass before that cone, cannot go below that cone. Rico Abreu, Corey Day, Aaron Reitzel, Brent Marks, and Lucas Wolf, the top 5 when we go back to green. Still 6 laps to go here in the first heat race of the night. Corey Day going to step out of line, tries to run 2 lanes up off the bottom, allows Aaron Reitzel to close in. Reitzel looking for that second spot into turn number 3. Reitzel's in a dash position right now, does not need to push the issue too hard here. Looks underneath of Corey Day into turn 1. Day shuts the door. Now Reitzel feeling some pressure from Brent Marks. Down the backstretch, Marks on his rear bumper as they roll into turn 3. Now Marks a little bit too sideways right there, entering the third corner, and Reitzel's able to scoot away just a little bit. Back behind, it's going to be the 5W Lucas Wolf in 5th, and final transfer at this point in time is the 5 of Brenham Crouch. This time by 5 and 3 to go. Rico Abreu, the 2023 Grandview Speedway winner with Highlander Racing up front, looking to make it straight into the dash. Corey Day running in second. Aaron Reitzel, as long as he stays there, he'll be in that dash as well. Then Marks, Wolf, and Crouch. Behind them, it's Chase Randall, Casey Kane, and Mikey Thompson. White flag about to be displayed for Rico Abreu up front. No issues for the driver to St. Helena, California. And the Richmar Flores, number 24, Rico Abreu, is going to get the win in TJ Ford, heat race number 1. Corey Day ends up in 2nd. 3rd goes to Reitzel. 4th to Marks. 5th will be Wolf. And 6th goes to Brenham Crouch. So Rico Abreu is going to get the win in our first heat race of the night. He is going to tonight's dash. 2nd in transferring to the feature, Corey Day. 3rd was Aaron Reitzel. He will also go to the dash. 4th was Brent Marks. 5th was Lucas Wolf. And your final transfer, the number 5 of Brenham Crouch in P6. Chase Randall, Casey Kane, Mikey Thompson, and Justin Peck all going to the B main here tonight. Lucas Wolf, 8th place at Ransomville on Friday night, Tony, and he's made it straight through the heat race here at Grandview to be a part of tonight's main event.
He sure has. We got to talk to him after a heat race in New York. We're talking to him after a heat race here in Pennsylvania. That must mean this machine of yours feels pretty good.
Yeah, it was. I got a good start from the bottom, which was good. The track rework kind of changed things up, but happy to get in. Didn't qualify well enough, but pleased in the race. So we'll try to see. These are great to be a part of. Good fortune for that, and hopefully do well.
That's Lucas Wolf getting the 5W here with Old Milwaukee into the show. He was in a good race right there. Chase with Brenham Crouch in TJ Forged heat race number 1.
Next up will be DMI Racing Components, heat race number 2. DMI Racing Components are built with the precision of skilled machinists and the common sense of winning racers. Located in the heart of Central PA, you can find us every week participating in the sport we love. You race, we race, let's race together. On the pole of heat race number 2 from Grass Valley, California. In the Napa Auto Parts, Bruno's Collection, Durst Incorporated Factory Cane, self-storage at Tahali, number 49. It's the Big Cat Brad Sweet. And starting to his outside at Northport, Florida, the Global Link Moxie Sports Advisors Creative Products Group, number 24D of Danny Sams III. Starting in that 3rd spot from Jonestown, Pennsylvania, the Moose's LZ Bar and Grill, Heavy Equipment C&D Rigging, Milton Hershey School, number 3Z, Brock Zierfoss. And rolling off in 4th from Norman, Oklahoma, in the Glenville Station, Jetco, Kreitz All Track Parts, Downs Automotive, number 69K, Christopher Bell. Starting in 5th from Mertztown, Pennsylvania, the Vital Options Medical Marijuana, Harrisburg Budget, Ryan Taylor Graphics, CP Corella, number 20 of Ryan Taylor. And starting in 6th out of Lebanon, Indiana, in the Sander Engineering, 4Cs Construction, Tally, Autry Plumbing, Sincal Demolition, number 14, Spencer Baston. Rolling off in the 7th spot from Minden, Nevada, in the JST Motorsports, The Ritual, Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maxwell Racing Oils, number 88, it's Tanner Thorson. And starting in the 8th spot, from Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia, in the new Trent Homes, Napa Auto Parts of Gettysburg, Rudisill Trucking, Red Hill Transport, number 66, Ryan Newton. And starting 9th from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the SCC Trucking, PhilPools.com, Rucker Computer Solutions, Dynatech Controls, number 17, Dylan Norris. And your final starter from Indianapolis, Indiana, the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Brand Professional Agriculture, Gamebridge, number 7, BC, Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. Drivers finding their proper starting position behind the Hendrick cars and the Richmar Flores pace truck. Tyler Courtney with an engine issue earlier on. He's going to start dead last in Heat 2, needs to get to the top 6 to be in the feature. He's only 29 points behind Brad Sweet entering tonight in the championship point standings. 8 laps of distance here in Heat Race number 2, top 6 going to the main event. Here is another song coming in from Cy Lynch's High Roller playlist tonight at Grandview Speedway. Man, as we come to the green flag, we're underway in heat race number 2. Lots of crazy stuff going on down the front straight. Ryan Taylor falls towards the tail end of the field as Tyler Courtney begins his start, making his way towards the front of the field. Makes it by Dylan Norris. Up front, though, it's all about Brad Sweet. He'll show the way on lap 1. Danny Sams running in second. Third is Brock Zierfoss. Fourth is Christopher Bell. Fifth is Spencer Basin. Sixth and final transfer at this point in time is the 66 of Ryan Newton. Newton challenged down low. Tanner Thorson pokes his nose underneath there. Cannot make the pass. Tyler Courtney behind those two, trying to get in the mix for that battle for the final transfer spot. Up front, here comes Brock Zierfoss underneath of Danny Sams. He'll take the second spot into turn 3. Move Brock Zierfoss up to P2. Zierfoss goes to second. Sams back into the third position. Then it's Christopher Bell, Spencer Baston, Ryan Newton still hanging on to the final transfer spot. Tanner Thorson running in 7th. Tyler Courtney 8th. Ryan Taylor 9th, and Dylan Norris in 10th. Tanner Thorson still on the back bumper of Ryan Newton rolling into turn 1. Thorson now sees an opening down the backstretch. He'll take the spot away. Tanner Thorson to the final transfer spot in turn 3. Tanner Thorson, patience paid off right there as he waited for a mistake out of Ryan Newton. It happened in turn 2, and he went right on by. Tyler Courtney now the next to challenge at number 66 down the back straightaway. As Brad Sweet's lead over Brock Zierfoss almost a half straightaway. Sweet already seeing the white flag this time by. Everybody relatively spread out here as Sams is off the pace in turn 1. Danny Sams smoking. Christopher Bell goes by. Sams is still in 4th. Brad Sweet gets the win. Second to Zierfoss, third to Bell, and 4th will go to Sams. He'll hang on. Spencer Baston 4th, 5th goes to Tanner Thorson, and 6th should be Ryan Newton. Actually, excuse me, I missed, excuse me, there's Sweet, Zierfoss, Bell, Sams, Baston, and Thorson. The top 6 with Sweet and Bell going to tonight's FK Rodin's Dash. But Danny Sams, he is going to head straight back to the trailer with issues. Ryan Newton, Tyler Courtney, Ryan Taylor, and Dylan Norris be the finishing order in DMI Racing Components Heat Race number 2. Got one more heat race left to run, but I do believe we will get to talk to a driver that was in that second heat race, and it will be the 3Z of Brock Zierfoss. Had a good run there in that heat race. He started in the 3rd position, made it up to 2nd. He'll have a really good starting spot for tonight's main event, Tony.
Now, I've been wanting to talk to Brock Zierfoss for a while. I'm not going to make the joke that his crew chief, Jim Shuttlesworth, wants me to make about Jim's wife giving Brock some driving tips. So instead, Brock, what's this Grandview Speedway feel like, and how important is it to get squared up on corner exit?
Pretty important. That's what our car was kind of doing there. I didn't really feel that great in the heat race, so we made a bunch of changes there. It seemed to be the right way. We'll just try and stay on top of it for the feature, and it's good to be back seeing you, buddy.
It's great to be back seeing you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Brock Zierfoss. He's going to be racing a little bit later on tonight for $20,000. He locks in through DMI Heat Race number 2.
Next up, it's going to be BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3, or final heat race of the night. On the pole of this one from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, driving the Weichert's Livestock, SpeedwayCars.com, Sandoz Fruit Mart, Racers New and Used Parts Warehouse number 48. It is Danny Dietrich. And starting to his outside from Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, the Bush Auto Group, Fast Track Trucking, Stevie Car, Betts Garage, Stoltz's Farm, number 5R, Tyler Ross. Starting in 3rd from Kunkletown, Pennsylvania, in the Denichek Logging, Western Mountain, Black Diamond Equipment, Seeger Radiator, number 6 of Ryan Smith. And outside of him, starting in the 4th spot from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, the J&S Classic Whitecap C&D Rigging Class 1 Transportation, number 39 M. Anthony Macri. Starting in 5th from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, Behind the wheel of the Pella Avanti windows and doors, Big Spring Car Wash, water treatment by design, Genmore Florist, number 13, Dayston Persley. And starting in P6 from York, Pennsylvania, in the Mountain Ridge Metals, Traco Manufacturing, GL Capital, Glenville Station, number 23, Chase Dietz. Starting 7th from Apollo, Pennsylvania, in the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting Coating, Mountain Mechanical, MAV Motorsports, number 42, it's Cy Lynch. And starting in 8th from Liverpool, Pennsylvania, in the Woodcrafters Hardwood, John's RV, Donut Racing Engines, Deer Run Stores, number 11P, TJ Stutz. And rolling off in 9th from Lee Sport, Pennsylvania, in the Specialty Rigging, Starfire Premium Lubricants, Lancaster Pole Building, Mid-Atlantic Machinery, number 10X, Reese Nowatarski. And your final starter from Glendale, Arizona, in the Pell's Tire Service, RF Knox Company, Newman's Racing Engines, Triple X TMI, number 1A, Ashton Torgerson. Let's go back downstairs to Tony Laporta.
Chase, I want to correct something. I misspoke when I talked to Brock Zierfoss. He's not just racing for $20,000 tonight. No, Brock and every other Pennsylvania native is actually racing for $22,000 because Alpine Building Supply has stepped up and said if any Pennsylvania native wins tonight, they will put up an extra $2,000.
Absolutely fantastic stuff there. We'll love to see those little bonuses throughout the season. We get them every now and again here with High Limit Racing. Cy Lynch will start what looks to be 7th in this heat race. He is the DJ of the night. Here's a song on his playlist from Cody Johnson.
The people keep on coming back, raising hell with the hippies and the cowboys. They don't care about
Green flag comes out, little contact, and we've got disaster on the front straightaway. Dayston Persley and TJ Stutz getting together. Another car, I believe Chase Dietz may have rode a wheel down there and got up off the ground. But an issue there between the 13 and the 11P. They come to a stop. We'll get a replay here on the Compcams replay. See the 13 of Persley. It looks like the 23. Let me see another replay of that there. We'll take a look at the 13. May have hit the inside wall, but it does appear right there the 23 came down the racetrack, maybe pinched him a little bit down in the wall. Here's another look at it. 13 of Persley. 23 gets on the gas and puts Persley had to swerve out of the way to not hit the wall. And yeah, Chase Dietz did get a big piece of that. Flew way up off the ground. It appeared that the 23 just got on the throttle there, Jeff, and the car, when he did, it kind of shot down the track a little bit right in the side of Persley.
Yeah, they ran out of real estate down there, and the 13 of Persley bounced off the wall, came across the track. How the 23 of Dietz didn't go over, I don't know. He was on almost two wheels coming off the corner.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to be able to continue on, though, so Chase Dietz will continue. Tony, what do you got?
Yeah, Dayston Persley definitely got the worst of that deal. The drag link actually has snapped up at what looks to be the connection point on the left front corner of that race car, as there's a good look at it for those of you watching on FloRacing. The front right corner completely folded up and in. Like I said, significant damage to the drag link and other steering components, and of course nose wing damage. TJ Stutz getting hooked up down here. He's got a little bit of damage to the front. The left corner of the nose wing curled up a little bit, and they're checking to see if the front end is salvageable or not. It does not look like it, so they will roll the 11P off of the track. But Chase, if you remember in Capital Custom Trailers qualifying here last year, that exit on turn 4 gets so tight, so narrow, so fast that we actually saw a pair of drivers slap the wall out there by themselves in time trials, so not a major surprise to see guys getting together here in these heat races, which are oh so important to locking into the feature each night.
Yeah, things narrow up very quickly on both ends of this racetrack, but specifically in turn 4, it narrows up very, very quickly. So looks like it's going to shake the lineup up quite a bit. We had Persley scheduled to start 5th, and then Stutz was going to start back in the 8th position. So that's going to move up Cy Lynch, Reese Nowatarski, and Ashton Torgerson. Be a complete restart, double file, Danny Dietrich and Tyler Ross on the front row. Then you've got Ryan Smith and Anthony Macri in row number 2. It looks like the 23 of Chase Dietz and the 42 of Cy Lynch. The 1A of Ashton Torgerson and the 10X of Reese Nowatarski must have taken his car back to the work area. Did not see that. Nowatarski now getting pushed back onto the track, and he will need to rejoin at the tail end of the field. He was supposed to start 9th in this race originally. Do not recall in those replays seeing the 10X get a piece of that incident, but would not be surprised if that was the case and he took it back there for precautionary reasons. So we will try it again. Dietrich and Ross up front. Ross in the dash last year here with Kubota High Limit Racing. Tyler Ross ended up 7th in that main event, his best career High Limit Racing finish. They will accelerate in turn number 4 here in BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. Complete restart when we are back underway. Danny Dietrich will jump out with the early race lead. Tyler Ross into that second spot. Behind them, a battle for 4th. Give it to Chase Dietz as he makes his way by the number 6 of Ryan Smith. So Chase Dietz up to 4th, and now Macri trying to track down the 5R of Tyler Ross. Remember, Macri is already in the dash, does not need to go anything too crazy here as he pulls up to the back bumper of Ross into turn 3. Racing for that second spot. Macri around the bottom. Tyler Ross about a lane off the bottom. Hanging on to that second position. Dietz back and forth. Ryan Smith in 5th, and in this transfer spot right now is the number 1A of Ashton Torgerson from the tail end of the field. Started back in 10th, took advantage of that crash, and now in the final transfer spot. And remember, Torgerson did not get a qualifying lap in. They had an issue during hot laps, and they did not qualify. Now, Cy Lynch to the inside. He'll take the final transfer spot away. Cy Lynch up to 6th. Torgerson back into 7th. So the DJ of the night making his way up into a transfer position. Danny Dietrich up front, no issues for car number 48. Has pulled away quite a bit from Tyler Ross. The lead almost a full straightaway for the White Creeks Livestock number 48. Tyler Ross still solidly in that second position. Then Macri, then Dietz, and then Ryan Smith, the top 5. Macri really pushing the limits right there in turns 1 and 2. Got way up the racetrack. Starting to widen out that groove. Here's the white flag, 1 to go for Danny Dietrich. No battles for position back behind him as they come into 3 and 4 for the final time, and Danny Dietrich will be a part of tonight's FK Rodden's Dash. He wins BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. Tyler Ross in 2nd, 3rd goes to Macri, 4th to Dietz, 5th to Smith, and 6th goes to Cy Lynch. So Danny Dietrich will get the win in our 3rd and final heat race of the night, and he will go to the dash. Finishing 2nd behind him was the 5R of Tyler Ross. He'll go to the feature. 3rd, the 39M of Anthony Macri. He will also go to the dash. Chase Dietz 4th, Ryan Smith 5th, and Cy Lynch in 6th. Those are your transfers to the main event. Ashton Torgerson, Reese Nowatarski, Dason Persley, and TJ Stutz rounding out the field in that 3rd heat race. So Danny Dietrich off to a great start this week with High Limit Racing in town. Remember, he was the winner of the Bob Weicker Memorial in 2024 and now going to be a part of the dash here this evening, as it looks like Danny Dietrich is going to be the driver that we talk to at the end of this heat race. Dietrich, your heat race winner in BR Motorsports heat race number 3. Let's go down the stairs to Tony. Actually, it looks like he was not. Dietrich may have accidentally stopped there. And Tony, did you tell me I got that song wrong? The artist at the beginning there?
That was Cody Jinks, Chase.
Oh, Jinks.
Cody Johnson is a talented and successful performer from the great state of Texas, but so is Cody Jinks.
Yeah, my bad there. So that was Hippies and Cowboys from Cody Jinks. My bad. I am not an expert when it comes to the country music there. So we've got the modifieds and the sportsmans coming back onto the racetrack for some action on the Grandview Speedway. So for that, we'll go back over to Jeff Alum.
All right, we're ready for the first of the two feature events for the Alpine Building Supply Vintage Series. The modified class will come out first, and the sportsman class will be out second. They have some sponsors in addition to Alpine Building Supply: Dove Plastics of Hamburg, Outlaw Enduro Series, and Dave Dissinger. IBK Karaoke, get your sing on. Mark and Terry Stufflet, and Messy Pig Barbecue, Daryl Dissinger of Wilmelsdorf, and Dean Patton Photography. The 12A is Junior Minecaj alongside the 97 Dave Dissinger. Second row will be the 923 of Todd Lapp and the 125 of Ron Myers. Third row will find the 14 of Kenny Gilmore, the 007 of Ryan Ford, and the final spot will be the 77S of Scott Schaefer. Seven cars set to go. 12 laps is the distance. This is the modified class. These are the drivers who have the more experience. I guess you could say these are a lot of these are the former drivers. The guys that'll be out in the next group are just drivers who restored their cars and just come out to have fun. These guys here are more of the serious nature. So this will be the first of two 12-lap events for the Alpine Building Supply Vintage Series, part of the Richmar Flores Kubota High Limit Sprint Night here at Grandview Speedway. We're underway. A little wheel rubbing going on into the corner. Junior Minecaj and Dean Dissinger down the back straightaway. Charging into the turn. Junior's on the inside and Dave's on the outside, and Dave will grab the lead. Kenny Gilmore in the 14 was a track champion here a couple of years ago in the sportsman class. He sat out the last 2 years. He's back into regular competition. He's running third with his vintage car. Working out of the corner behind him is Ron Myers in the 125. Working out of the corner now, Dean Dissinger in the number 97, setting the pace down the back straightaway. Dave's got a fleet of vintage cars. Here's the field off the corner. Battle for second now. Junior Minecaj, he was one of the top drivers here at Grandview back in the 90s. He still gets a few laps in with vintage competition, battling now with Kenny Gilmore in the 14. Ron Myers in the Doug Hoffman, Leon Conklin look-alike, 125, followed by Boomer Brush and Scott Schaefer. Scott Schaefer was another top driver here in the 90s with that very same car, same chassis that he's got out there tonight. Dave Dissinger's got a pretty good lead right now, setting the pace down the backstretch. Dave's out of Mooresville, Pennsylvania, in the Oak Hill Farms number 97, setting the pace. Battle for second continues. Kenny Gilmore and Junior Minecaj. Junior and Kenny battle for second. Myers, then Brush, and then Scott Schaefer. The Outlaw Vintage Series Modified Division, presented by Dove Plastics, Outlaw Enduro Series, IBK Karaoke, Messy Pig Barbecue, Dean Patton Photography, and Alpine Building Supply. Second place battle continues off the corner. Kenny Gilmore throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Junior Minecaj, trying to get that number 2 position into the corner. Dissinger's got a pretty big lead right now. He's got a full straightaway on that battle for second spot. Ray Kemp's got the parallel flags, 2 to go, 2 laps to go. Gilmore again moving up, putting the pressure on the 12 of Minecaj, working out of the corner. 1 lap to go for Dave Dissinger in the 97. Minecaj still holding on to position number 2, followed by Gilmore. Final circuit, working out of the corner. He'll win the Alpine Building Supply Modified Division. Dave Dissinger, Junior Minecaj, and Kenny Gilmore to the wire. Whoa! Minecaj will hold on over Kenny Gilmore to pick up position number 2. Close one at the wire, but the 97 of Dave Dissinger picks up the win. Runner-up spot will be the 12A of Junior Maikaj by a car length over the 14 of Kenny Gilmore, the 125 of Ron Myers, the 4 of Boomer Brush. Attention, please. Chuck Hoffman, you're needed at the front gate, please. Chuck Hoffman. Chuck Hoffman, you are wanted at the front gate, please. Chuck Hoffman. We will have the Outlaw Vintage Sportsman feature coming up in just a little bit. Following this will be the Kubota High Limit, Richmar Flores Kubota High Limit FK Red Ends Dash redraw, but we'll go down and have a word with Dave Dissinger.